All right, so I'm here in Hollywood. Right here, look at the beautiful view.
Woo!
This is a friend of mine, Dougie.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Dougie?
Lots of great stuff.
Lots of great stuff, cool. Let's take a walk. Dougie's actually a really cool person. And what I really admire about him is his ability to connect with amazing mentors. You gotta have mentors. But no, he connects with really inspiring people that are owning it in life. And most people struggle with that ability. They struggle to achieve really, you know, everyone has their goals that they have for themselves.
Right.
That vision that they want. I mean, I hope you do. A lot of people struggle to get on that path. And so, Dougie, in this video, we're gonna talk about how you can connect with amazing mentors, with people that you admire. You know, think for a second, just think, like, pause the video and think, like, if you could meet any 3 people or befriend any 3 people or have to help you, who would it be? And so you've actually done an amazing job. You connected with Owen from RSD, Mark Dama,
exactly.
Tai Lopez.
Yep.
Who else? Who are some people that...
Elliot Hulse is a big one for me.
Elliot Hulse is a big one. I mean, Big Mike.
Big Mike, yep. Just everybody really coming in this house here.
Right.
The Hollywood Hills, the muscle marijuana mansion, we call it. And
a lot of people would be like, you know what, I'm a young guy. I don't really have much of an audience yet. Like, you know, these people are just up here. How could I connect with them? Yeah. So let's talk about that.
The first thing, which I'm realizing, and you only can really find this out, is if you put yourself around those people and realize this, they're human just like you.
Right.
Right. Yeah, you might have 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, but you're a human being. You poop, right? You bleed.
How does this gate open?
You bleed. There's a password here. Let's go around here, Runyon Canyon Park, though.
Runyon Canyon.
See a great view over here.
This is the place that you're staying at?
Yes. So we have great minds coming in here, and the minds are just like everybody's minds. Their brains are the same. They have problems, they have issues, they have struggles, and understanding that and connecting that to them on that same level, not putting them on a platform, a pedestal, is the big thing. And just let your personality flow. So for me to not judge myself and let my personality flow is one of the biggest things. So they're not above you, they're not below you. You're on the same level and you can connect. That's the first thing.
That's important. So basically what you're saying is you want to make sure that when you're interacting with these people that you come from the fact that you're the same level.
Yes.
You know what Eckhart Tolle talks about? He talks about this principle, and it's that it's pretty much, most people view someone as above them or below them, but true humility and confidence is one and the same. It's the belief that we're all one.
Yeah.
Oneness. You know, we're all one. So
see this tree here, we're all leaves of the same tree. We're all leaves of the same tree.
Right.
We're all waves of the same ocean. We're all apples of the same tree, and it's that understanding. We have tomatoes. We're all tomatoes of the same tree, of earth.
You know what the quote was? To the ego, I think to the ego, it's like confidence and humility are opposite, but in reality, they're one and the same. Right. It's the connection that, you know, we're all one, and so that's an important point. And for people listening right now, I'm using the selfie stick. If you think it's really cool and you like this style of video, hit the like. Don't hit the like button if you want, but comment, let me know. And if you don't like it, then also let me know. Okay. I was about to set myself up for a ton of dislikes. If you don't like the selfie stick, hit the dislike button. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Let's show them this view, Greg.
This is a cool view.
Most epic views of our life.
It's a great view. Wow. Look at the view. It's a great time. We're having a ball.
Ooh. The other things I want to talk about with
these are great
mentorship,
right,
is writing it down. Like you said in the beginning of the video, think of 3 people. Well, not only think of those, write them down. Because when you write something down, there's power behind it.
I agree.
You read it, you actively wrote it. It's not just in the mind, it's tangible. You can see it, speak it out loud, and look at it.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was explaining this to her. She's like, how have you accomplished all this? Like, what do you do? And I'm like, I write shit down like a motherfucker.
When I first met you at James Swanix, you said goals. I asked you about it too.
Yeah.
You said I write my goals down.
I write them down on my phone, my journal, everywhere, man. I write that stuff down. It's powerful.
Cool.
You gotta set, because if it's up in your head, it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing if it's up in your head. You gotta put it into paper, and then it's real.
100%.
And there was a quote that I heard. It's like, you know, as soon as you write your goals down on paper, your chance of accomplishing it is 300%.
Wow.
Now I don't know what study this is on. But I think it's probably more than that. I think it's probably more like 500% or 1,000%.
This is my goals. I write them all down. And I do it in a personal, positive, present way, which helps. And
And Dougie, you're a young guy.
Yeah.
You're 22.
Yep, that's right.
And you just graduated from school.
Yes,
and you're
exercise
already
science.
The leaps and bounds you've made in such a short period of time is amazing.
That's
it's
right.
Really
Thank you.
cool.
I appreciate that.
I have a different style. Like for me, and I guess this is just me. It's like I like to kind of just do things on my own because I don't want to have to ask for that like kind of helping hand. I have like, and this is an issue that you could probably help me with right
Brandon
now.
Carter says the same thing.
Yeah, does he?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to like, be like, hey dude, like, so, but what I really like about you is when you're connecting with these big people, you come from the state of mind, how do I offer you value?
Yes, that was the
how
first
can I
point I
help
wanted
you?
to say. Lead with generosity. Keith Ferrazzi says it from Never Eat Alone. Lead with generosity. How can I connect him with this person? Look, a snake. There's a snake there, by the way. Pretty cool. How can I lead with generosity? How can I connect that person with him? How can I do something fun for them? How can I help them? So RSD's coming through. How can I help them with a video? Or Adam Farfan, another guy who came through. How could I, help him with eating or exercise? So that's something that's cool.
That's powerful.
And the next step would be
and that's also why I think like we're hanging out right now is the fact that when I met you at James Swanswick's party, you had such a good high energy.
Yeah.
You're really positive.
Right.
It was fun to be around you, and you were like all like engaged in like what am I doing, and you're trying to also see how can you help me.
Right.
And that was cool.
Find out your goals so I can see if I can know somebody that could help you, or maybe offer a resource that could help you or something I know. Yeah.
And you know what is like a pet peeve?
What's that?
People will be like, oh, like if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. It's like, no, like there's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, get specific.
Be specific. Like, how can you, like, oh, because like anyone's like, yeah, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know, and like nothing will happen. But like, here, let me help you with this. Let me connect you with that person. Way more powerful.
Exactly. So
what was your next point?
The next point is asking. Jim Rohn says, my favorite mentor, right next to Elliot Hulse, and I listen to him on YouTube. He's great. He says, asking is like the ocean of opportunity because California has a big ocean, right? Pacific Ocean. There's tons of opportunity. So don't go to the ocean with a teaspoon. Go with a bucket so the kids won't laugh at you. That's one of his quotes. So ask and you'll receive. Matthew 7:7. I'm not a big Bible person, but that is something that could serve you. Just by asking, you never know until you ask. You'll be surprised that people will help you, especially if you're willing to learn, which is my next point. So I have a journal here. Every time I'm learning from somebody, I'm writing it down. And they see that I'm willing, that willingness, and that drive and that ambition. They want to help me even more. And I ask good questions. Ask good questions. That's another thing. And after all that, the most important critical thing, next to being positive and a fun person to be around, is speed of implementation. So you learn something, they tell you to do it, you do it ×3. You learn it, you implement it right away. Hey, I got these results, what would you say? Can you give me feedback?
Then
they're like, wow, sure, here's more.
I've already noticed that with you, which is, we were just looking at your YouTube channel, and I was giving you some tips on how to make better titles. And then you're like, boom, boom, I'm going to change it right away,
how
now.
to?
And I was also telling you about your thumbnails. You're like, okay, let's figure this out right now. Most people be like, okay, yeah, I'll get to that later. They push things in the future. But you're like, boom, right now, which is very cool. I mean, the difference between someone's going to succeed and someone's not going to succeed is all these different like little behaviors, all these different little mindset kind of tricks. And so if you're on the, the success side, you're going to operate in this kind of way. If you're not, I mean, you're really just not. And so actually another thing I noticed about you is you're very much in alignment with this present moment. You're very chill. Like earlier I was just like not in the mood to film videos. And you're like, hey, it's totally okay, we can just chill.
Yeah, just went with the flow.
And so that made me feel more relaxed and comfortable.
Exactly, good, I'm glad.
So you actually like, you're really chill. There's not a lot that can get you down.
And I'm very also,
what's that about? How do you become like that?
It's not being attached to your identity. So when I was at the strength camp, everybody says, Dougie has so much energy. Literally hundreds of comments. So I almost formed an identity around that. That's what Elliot did. That's why one of the reasons he stopped for 8 months actually. So for me it was like, okay, let me not form an identity around me being the energetic hype guy.
And here's a really cool point I want to make really quickly before you continue is that when people kind of impose or project this identity, this icon they have for you, and you try and live up to that, that's being inauthentic. That's like
who died because of that?
Who?
The one guy who got hurt by a train. People say I look like him and am like him a lot. He got hit by a train, very, very fit guy.
Not Greg Plitt.
Greg Plitt. That's one of the things. He was trying to make videos, and that's what they said, at least, could impress people. And because of that, he could die. That could happen. Let's say, look at this, for example. This electrical thing. I could climb this. I could very well climb this to show off in a video. And but I could hurt myself, right? So it's not the most resourceful thing I can do. So it's really about just adjusting and adaptability. Tai Lopez's second step in the 67 steps is adaptability. So adapting to the circumstances.
I'm very like logical mind oriented. Right. So as far as like getting validation and approval from people, if it is a risk, I'm like, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I was up in my cottage and my older brother Graham, he thought it'd be funny to get naked and jump over a fire. And he probably hates the fact that I'm telling this story, but fuck it, you know. He did it. So I was like, Graham, literally nothing good can come from jumping over a fire naked.
Yeah.
Sure, like maybe people will be impressed, but that 1% chance that you fuck it up and all of a sudden you fall into a fire butt naked, it's not worth it.
The risk isn't worth the reward.
It's really not. And no one's like, oh my God, Graham jumped over a fire naked.
Right.
Like
it's like climbing a tree, Greg. You could climb the tree and the branch breaks, you break your arm. What's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? So me coming to strength camp from Philly to Tampa, that was a risk, but the reward is so mighty.
And you know what was really...
Me going from Tampa to LA, the reward is so all-encompassing and magnificent.
You know what else I think is very impressive that people should learn from you about?
Thank you.
Is that you had this opportunity to come out to LA.
Yeah, I was scared.
You had no money.
No money.
So most people are like, oh, I don't have the money, so I can't do it. Because people are lazy. Yeah. They don't want to work. They want to look for any excuse not to do anything. It's called your RAS, your reticular activation system. It's honed because it's protecting them from becoming the person they want to be. Because what is the #1 drive? It's actually not necessarily to become successful. It's homeostasis. However you see yourself is what your RAS is going to try and keep in place.
Come back to your comfort zone.
So you have to, like, stuff like, you know, doing goal setting, you know, visualization, this and that. It helps you program your self-image or your subconscious in order to do the things that normally you wouldn't do. Because otherwise you would already be where you want to be. So you have to create that shift in identity or shift in outlook. And so the fact is that you had this opportunity and you didn't take any excuses. How'd you get the money?
Okay, so the first way I got the money, I won $1,000 from Tai Lopez to go down to Tampa.
And so you
I applied. I went out and took chances.
Yeah,
opportunity presented itself. I was prepared and I made the most of it. The second thing was I was prepared. Like, people believed in me because I made over 150 videos at the time. Now I'm up to 220, 230 on my Instagram, and someone lent me $1,000. He heard I got the opportunity and just gave me $1,000. Now I went down there and I worked too. I got a job. So it was resourcefulness. The next thing from Tampa to LA was I didn't have the money, so I started a GoFundMe account, and people happily donated to me. And I'm so grateful for it. And which brings me to our last and final point of getting mentors is be appreciative with infinite gratitude of everything you receive. I have a gratitude journal here and I write in it every single day, just a little pocket one. And what it allows me to do is get this heartfelt, fills up my heart with appreciation, puts a big smile on my face and brings me to the present moment. And when they see that I'm appreciating it, they can't help but offer me more. And that, again, that speed of implementation and action infused with the gratitude creates attraction, action and attraction. And you will have any mentor, anybody you want. You write it down, you do what we just talked about, and you're gonna be coming to the top of the Runyon Canyon, just like we are on top of the mountain in your own life's journey. Little images of people on top of the mountain, that's gonna be you. And it's a beautiful sight because of this. You'll have altitude on your life. In that present moment of altitude of, wow, look where I am. Look how far I've come. Look what I've become. Look what I've overcome. It's a true blessing. So, yeah.
Dude, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. There's so much value in this. Hopefully you guys have taken some notes on this because we ran through a lot of important points. But you want to write that down so you know exactly what it takes. I actually admire the fact that you've been able to connect with people so beautifully and really do it from a way where it's like, because you know what, if someone really needs help, our natural impulse is not to help them.
Right.
And this is especially with like business. If someone's like, oh dude, I really just need you to do this for me, our natural impulse is no.
Right.
I'm not going to, because what are you doing? You're teaching them that they always need to, like, that they're helpless. You're teaching them that they need someone else to do something in order for them to succeed. And so you kind of carry yourself in a way where like things are going really well for you. People just want to help you on the ride.
Exactly.
Which is a shift.
One final thing I'll say about that shift is don't keep your eyes so much on the prize. I'm gonna get mentored by this actress, this athlete, whatever, this musician. Well, keep your eye on the path. Russell Simmons talks about this. So if I'm looking at my mansion, if I'm keeping my eye on that, the prize, I'm gonna step on a stone and twist and sprain my ankle. Keep your eye on the path so you won't bump into stuff, so you won't get lost. So keep your eye on the prize, but oftentimes, 90% of the time, keep your eyes on the present moment, the path, and that'll help you with the manifestation process of getting mentors.
Because then you're not looking at people as objects.
Yes, exactly. Not putting them on that pedestal. They're on the same road you are on. They walk the same path. Then they can help you accelerate it and make it easier.
Cool, man. If people want to, follow your stuff, check out your channel.
Yeah.
Give them the details.
It's Dougie, my name. Dougie, like the dance. Yeah. Teach me how to. D-O-U-G-I-E, Forlano. F-O-R-L-A-N-O. There'll be a link below. I'm sure you'll put one there. And my Instagram is DougieFresh44.
Okay, sweet,
with
man.
the IE. Yep, that's it.
And final 2 questions. If you could tell people the 3 most powerful books in your life.
Ooh, yes, absolutely.
Which ones would you recommend?
Positively. Well, I'll go above and beyond and I'll give 4.
Okay.
Awaken the Giant Within. Changed
Tony
everything
Robbins.
for me.
Nice.
The next one, The Power of Now, which you mentioned already.
Right.
And that book helped me a lot in terms of there's no problems in the present, they're always in the future or past. There's salvation in the future and there's identity in the past.
Right.
Helped me become present.
Good for you.
And the third one would be The Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman, and another couple would be just another one would be The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. There you go. Yeah.
You read those 4 books and you get a ton of value.
Tons.
Okay.
Cornucopia of abundance of value.
Right. I dig it, man. All right, thanks for coming on, bro.
My pleasure.
Yeah. And I said I had 2 questions. So this other one is like, who are your most powerful mentors right now?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
With a capital A question, that is. Well, I have a list of this in my Success Tracker journal here, which is like 30, 40 people who influenced me. And the top 3 or 5 would be Jim Rohn, which I mentioned, Elliot Hulse, right? Owen Cook, Tai Lopez, and Eckhart Tolle. We got who else is cool? Ralph Smart on YouTube is pretty cool. He's out here in Cali. Now Mark Dama, like in-person mentors, really. So.
I got through here. Oh, thank you. We're breaking into this.
I don't want them to see
just
the password that we have to type in.
Just so here in my garage with my brand new. Where's the Lamborghini, Dougie?
The Tesla.
The Tesla.
Yeah.
Fun to ride around here in the Hollywood Hills.
But you know what I like a lot more than that?
Knowledge.
And this is a lot of knowledge, so I hope you guys get it. Check out those mentors. Another one I'll say is a lot of the authors I looked at, the books I mentioned. So
can I ask you one final question?
Dan Millman is another one. Yes, what's that?
Okay, give me some tips. How can I be improving my influence? Because I'm trying to share my knowledge, my tips on making fitness really fun, engaging, building a great physique naturally. I'm trying to share that with more people. How would you suggest? What would you do if you were in my shoes?
Okay.
If you want to connect.
First, I'd like to pat you on the back and tell yourself to pat you on the back and give yourself credit where it's due. Because you've been doing a great job so far. I look at you and it's like a crystal ball of what I wish I want to strive to become. But my advice is be happy with where you are while you pursue all that you want. That's Jim Rohn's quote. So enjoy where you're at. Enjoy the process. Yeah.
That's what I instill in clients with their fitness journeys is have acceptance now.
Exactly.
Work towards a better,
So I'd like to condemn you on 2 things and give you real feedback on 1. The second thing is feedback. You just ask for feedback in front of everybody, which they'll hold you accountable for. So continue to ask for feedback because it does 2 things, right? It helps the ego, right? It diminishes the ego because some people can't take it. That's probably the biggest thing. The other thing it does, it shows you where you're weak at. We just talked about having altitude over our situations and seeing it. It gives you this ability to have altitude and grow from it. So we can go in the house for a little bit.
Sure.
And what another thing feedback does is if you ask for it, it'll help you grow, it'll sharpen you a lot, and you'll definitely develop, strengthen, and sharpen yourself from it. And what I'd say to you to improve is keep doing collaborations, do more of this, and maybe spice up the energy even more.
Right.
You notice I contrast, so I'm high, I'm up, down, left, right. I'm all over, I'm very energetic. I'm using the environment. Maybe you can incorporate that. A lot of people do that, but it's your unique, authentic voice, and keep experimenting. That's one thing I think the willingness to experiment and have an open mind is. Keep doing that, and you'll be sky high.
Okay, cool, man. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, we're signing off here. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you could hit it twice, I'll tell you to hit it twice, but you can't. And subscribe. Leave your comments. Share what tip in this video was the most valuable for you. I want you to share that so then everyone else that watched the video can also take those tips in case they didn't catch it. And that's all for today.
The view here would be dope.
Woo! Yeah, it's a nice view. All right.
Peace out, guys.